Hi, this is Nick with SLG. Today we're going to go over 5 launch monitor metrics that you need to know in order to improve your game. The first is going to be carry distance, the second will be smash factor, the third is going to be angle of attack, the fourth is going to be your launch angle, and the fifth is going to be spin axis. Let's get started and delve right into the PowerPoint presentation. Without further ado, let's go over the essential launch monitor metrics, the ones that ultimately will do the best job of describing your swing. We're going to start with carry distance. Carry distance is defined as how far you hit the ball in the air. Typically this is defined in yards, and carry distance does not include rollout. If you look below, you'll see that the Trackman Blog actually has a really good spreadsheet that you can reference at any time to see how far the pros hit the ball, what their smash factor is, what their angle of attack is, launch angles. These are all on this blog. This is an absolute treasure trove of information. The next one is smash factor. Smash factor is simply the ratio of the launched ball speed divided by the club head speed at impact. An example would be a driver. Let's say that your club head speed is 100 miles per hour at impact. Let's say that your Trackman, if you have one, shows your radar, your ball speed leaving at 150 miles per hour. Take 150 divided by 100, that's 1.5. That is an awesome smash factor. It is important to remember that each club in your bag has a different potential smash factor. Traditionally, your longer clubs with lower launch angles will have higher potential smash factors. Short clubs, like perhaps a 60-degree wedge, will have the lowest smash factors in your bag. Again, Trackman has a fantastic chart to illustrate typical smash factors that the pros have with each club in their bag. The third metric that is of paramount importance is the angle of attack. The angle of attack represents the ascent/descent angle of the club as it is striking the golf ball. The angle of attack is measured in degrees. As a reference, 1 minute on a clock face represents an angle of 6 degrees. The angle of attack changes along your swing arc from steeply negative as the club is coming down into the ball at impact to a point on the bottom of your arc where it becomes 0. As the club ascends during your follow-through, this number will again become positive. Please remember that an angle attack of 0 represents what is essentially the bottom of your swing arc. In an ideal scenario, you should always have a negative angle of attack hitting down into irons, and you should have a positive impact angle with your driver. The angle of attack does get shallower as the impact or at impact as your club gets longer. Launch angle. The launch angle is basically the measure of the angle of the ball that comes off the club face at impact. Each club has an intrinsic loft angle, and depending on the quality of your strike, the shot shape, and your swing, the ball will have a different launch angle from shot to shot. There are 3 main things that increase this, and 3 main that decrease. First, we'll go over the decreasers. If you close your club face, this is a huge decreaser of launch angle. That's why a lot of times if you close your club face and you have like a huge hook or a pull hook, you'll see that it gets very low off the ground. This is because your club face is closed. Also keep in mind that if you're flirting with a low horizontal swing plane, where your handle is low, or perhaps the ball is above your feet if you're on an uneven lie, this would also cause a decrease in your launch angle. And finally, more shaft lean decreases your launch angle. A lot of pros are getting 12 plus degrees of shaft lean at impact. So they're delofting their club, in some cases up to 30% off of the intrinsic loft of the club. On the other hand, there are things that we can do to increase your launch angle. If you've ever seen a pro hit a flop shot on TV, this is an increaser. You can open your club face. If you have an intrinsically high horizontal swing plane, that is, you have your handle high through impact, or perhaps the ball is below your feet, this can cause your ball to have a higher launch angle. And on the more common areas that you see this is the less shaft lean. For instance, if you're scooping or if you suffer from early extension, these are huge ways where you have to dump your angles in order to be able to make solid contact with the ball. The side effect of this is you're going to have a launch angle that's much higher than you see if you go to the Trackman blog and take a look at whatever club you're assessing. Sometimes you can have a launch angle that's 4, 5, 6 degrees higher than what you're seeing the pros hit it. It's a very good bellwether for determining whether or not you actually are swinging and hitting your club very well. Spin axis. Spin axis really distills the ball spin components into backspin and side spin. It's really a good indicator of how true you struck your ball. Typically it's expressed in degrees or RPM, depending on what software you're using. Negative values normally denote a fade side spin. Positive values denote a draw spin. Typically, you want to see less than 5 degrees of side spin on quality shots. Keep in mind, good shots tend to have much more backspin than side spin. And if you had a really pure one, you could have less than 1 degree of side spin on your shots. Also, you can reference the blog on trackmangolf.com in order to see the proper spin axis values for various clubs. Conclusions. Again, the carry distance is how far your ball travels in the air. Your smash factor tells you how well you made contact with the ball. Ideally, the smash factor is well over 1. If it's less than 1, it is definitely a poor shot. Your angle of attack determines where you strike the ball relative to the bottom of your swing arc. Your launch angle describes the loft at which the ball travels off the club face. The spin axis determines how straight your shot will fly. Please be sure to watch my YouTube channel, Southpaw Links Golf. Please like, subscribe, and share in order to see additional quality content like this. Practice smarter, not harder. See you in the next video.